If you've ever built anything in Node-RED, you know that it's magic. It's low code, it's open, it's insanely flexible. It can talk to your PLCs, your APIs, your cloud applications, all without ever writing a line of boilerplate code. But if you've ever tried to scale your Node-RED, well, you probably experienced a lot of the challenges that FlowFuse is here to fix. Hey there, I'm Christopher Sandoval. I'm a developer relations advocate here at FlowFuse. And today I'm going to show you why you need FlowFuse even if you already love Node-RED. All right, let's dive right in. The industrial reality. Look, most IoT and industrial projects aren't greenfield. They're brownfield jungles. They're a mix of legacy PLCs, proprietary protocols, and air-gapped machines all from different decades. And the people managing them, well, they have to juggle interconnecting these systems while also overseeing things like management and security. Node-RED can help connect these worlds, but the second you start talking about scaling them, well, you run into some pretty big limitations. The power of Node-RED. Now, don't get me wrong, Node-RED is fantastic. It's brilliant because it democratized automation. It allowed you to pull data from any device, any API, and then build logic visually around that data. It allows you to prototype in just a few minutes what used to take weeks. And that is exactly why hundreds of thousands of developers have used Node-RED for their projects. But here's the thing. Node-RED was built for a single project, a single instance, something really laser focused. And while you can scale it out to multiple instances, when you start doing that, you run into some pretty specific challenges. You run into issues of managing multiple instances, of having the same security policy across lots of devices, of managing the maintenance and governance of those instances, of having central observability of what's actually happening in all of your instances. And all of those reasons and more is why FlowFuse was created in the first place by the creators of Node-RED. So exactly what does FlowFuse do that makes it so special? The FlowFuse advantage. FlowFuse is the next evolution of Node-RED for industrial and enterprise automation. It took everything that was great about Node-RED and it gave it muscle, governance, stability, availability, and enterprise tooling to take it into the stratosphere. One of the ways it does this is by facilitating developer collaboration. See, in vanilla Node-RED, collaboration meant exporting JSON files, emailing them, and praying nobody overwrites your changes. FlowFuse brings team-based version control, shared projects, and permissions. Multiple developers can work on the same flow safely, with no more merge conflicts, no more chaos. You can see exactly who changed what, when, and why, just as you would expect from any modern environment. Centralized management and one-click deployment. When you've got 10,000, 100,000 devices all running Node-RED, managing them individually is a nightmare. FlowFuse gives you a single unified control plane to control all of these systems. You can deploy updates, roll back flows, restart instances across every device in your network, all with one click. And that's not a convenience at this point, that's a survival feature. Built-in DevOps for low code. Democratized developer access is fantastic, but in order to make it as good as it could be, you also need to build in DevOps controls into that process. And a lot of people who use these democratized systems may not be familiar with what all of that actually looks like. FlowFuse solves that problem. You can let people come in and develop without having to worry about them burning the whole thing down. You have direct control over what they're doing, and you have direct observability into what their changes are putting into your system. Security and access control. Now, Node-RED by itself doesn't really do security very well. FlowFuse, on the other hand, has excellent security features. FlowFuse has granular role-based access control, environment isolation, and secure token handling, and these are essential for regulated industries or large organizations. You can control who can deploy, who can edit, and who can view, all within a single unified UI. FlowFuse is also eminently scalable. It's designed to be all the things you love about Node-RED, but scalable and extensible for what you need Node-RED to do. FlowFuse is built to scale across factories, sites, or fleets. Its architecture lets you manage thousands of instances remotely, each running independently and each monitored in real time. And because it's low code, engineers can adapt fast, connecting old machines, new sensors, and modern analytics tools without any development bottlenecks. It turns your one-off deploys into deployable, maintainable, and replicable systems. And it does so with additional benefits for security, for governance, and for observability. And FlowFuse isn't just a technical shift, it's a cultural one. Now, instead of having development relegated to a handful of people, you can have anyone develop. If sales has an idea, they can iterate and develop. If your OT team needs to deploy something, they don't have to wait on IT for months and months and months. They can deploy and be confident that whatever they're doing is already in line with IT's restrictions and expectations. Everyone gets the same environment, same guardrails, and the same tooling. Looking to the future of industrial low-code. Now this needs to be said. FlowFuse does not replace Node-RED. It's not a competitor, and it's not an alternative. FlowFuse amplifies Node-RED. Think of it like GitHub or Docker for Node-RED. Infinitely collaborative, infinitely scalable, and infinitely extensible. You still build visually, you just do it faster, safer, and easier. So do you need FlowFuse if you already use Node-RED? If you're just messing around with a solo project, probably not, although you definitely can get some benefit from FlowFuse. But if you're building in the enterprise space, or you're creating something industrial, then you 100% need FlowFuse. Because Node-RED allows you to build flows, but FlowFuse allows you to build systems. We hope you liked this video. If you did, please give us a like, comment, or subscribe. And if you're interested in getting started with FlowFuse, you can head to flowfuse.com for your free 14-day trial. This has been Christopher Sandoval. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.